Alright, hello. Welcome to the very first episode of the Crunchcast. This is...
That's me.
Don't know if this will be a recurring thing, but we are going to try this. And this is, new experience. So, yeah. Let's get it started. Alright, what do you guys want to talk about?
Basically, well, let's get an intro first. Kind of introduce who we are.
Let's introduce each of our persons here.
Well, I mean, you guys are the people who need to introduce
order,
each other.
So obviously, I go last.
Yes, but still, again, you guys would need to introduce. I've already introduced myself on my channel, but you know, it's fine. I'll do it again.
Right? Yeah.
Alright, so I'm Alex,
Do it again.
aka Fujud, you know, the one who runs the channel. Yeah, so I make music. It's fun. It's really relaxing, and also, I love cars. So if I ever slip out on the podcast talking about cars, and the other guys just are like, what are you talking about? That's why. They know nothing. Well, I mean, they know a bit. Yeah. Yeah. So,
okay, keep going. Sorry.
definitely check out all of my songs on YouTube. Check them all out. Give them a like. Drop a like. Doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, Jacob.
What's up, bro? I'm Jacob. I'm the backbone of this entire place, bro.
Cap.
I actually came up with the name and the idea
Cap.
of a podcast. I'm actually
Cap.
the host. And
Cap.
I'm also
Not
gonna do
real.
all the editing. I actually run
Cap.
this entire place. That's crazy.
He's spitting
I do
straight
nothing.
cap.
I do
He's just
nothing.
here. He's
I
just here.
I'm just here. I'm the backbone, though, so don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
I'm
he
also
is the
just
backbone, though.
here.
No, Waylon,
That
you're
is-
a bit more.
Yeah.
You're a bit more than just there.
Yeah, but because without me, then obviously our name wouldn't be nearly as good. But other than that, I'm actually just here. I do nothing.
All right.
Speaking of which, I'm me. My name is Waylon.
Oh, also,
Okay. I also. Boy.
as you were saying, you're introducing yourself. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's me. I'm Waylon. I also kind of make music, not as in depth as Alex. I just make little tunes every once in a while because I get bored. I came up with the name for the podcast. We might get into it later. Not right now because I don't feel like it. Other than that, I also just do nothing.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't.
What is life, you know?
Alright. Did my microphone murder
No.
itself? I hope
I'm
not.
just wondering, cause I sort of tuned out the very last part. My bad.
Basically said that I came up with. I came up
Well,
with
no,
the
no,
name
I
for
heard
the
that part,
podcast,
but,
I
did
don't
I
feel
hear
like talking
tuna?
about it right now.
No, but did I hear tuna?
I said that I also don't do anything here. Is what the last part was.
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid.
Yeah. Now let's go into a little bit about the podcast itself. Basically, all of us, we're just talking about whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
All right. That's the whole podcast.
That's it.
Yeah, that's most of it. We're just gonna be talking about random stuff. You know, we're not anything reasonable. Like, we could sometime
in
talk about
particular.
politics, which we will never do. Disclaimer: we'll never talk about politics.
I mean, we might
Or
make
death.
one.
But
Well,
we
apparently
can
not
go
death either.
to we can talk
apparently
about
not.
nature. We can talk
What
about
about
trees. We can talk
supervisor?
about water. We can talk about all that. We can talk about team trees. Yeah, or save the
No,
ocean
we
because
can't
yeah,
talk about.
death. I'm just kidding. We
We
can't
say
talk
that.
about other people's content though. Like, I mean, we can, but like we can't try to
I mean, we can.
base it off of ours because I just don't like
We're
I don't
gonna
like
s-
mentioning
If you
other
know,
people
if you know,
and
you know,
yeah.
man.
Okay, yeah. If
Okay,
you
so,
know what happened today, then you know It was a very sad day today. We lost someone amazing, but yeah.
Today is also Jacob's birthday.
Yeah,
So,
July 1st.
1:40
Like-
in the morning on July
Most-
1st.
Was 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Because of that, he gets to choose the topic for today, which I think we've
I
already
get to choose the topic. I'm the backbone.
We're gonna do multiple
baby.
topics, but
backbone,
you know,
baby.
we'll start off with we'll let you choose first topic.
Right.
Yeah, the starting topic.
Something that's always been kind of like a popular conversation topic. But I think it's a basic kind of standpoint to learning, what you like and what you want. And I think that's which superpower would you want personally? Me too.
Oh, that's a good one.
Let's two can go first.
I would probably either pick something like maybe time manipulation or teleportation, super speed, something like that. Nothing like super strength,
Should've
flying,
let
and
you
all
go
that, because
first.
I don't.
Should have gone first. Should have gone first.
What?
Why? What do you have to say, Waylon?
Oh, well, you see, Alex stole 99.9% of my answers. I think
I
that you
mean-
and Alex have talked about this before. When this happened last
Yeah.
time.
I think we have.
Yeah, okay, so, we'll just, okay, so,
Oh.
instead of time manipulation,
What?
I definitely,
Hold up. Just
like
gonna say one more disclaimer.
okay,
Don't mind the air stuff and all that
Superpowers are
from.
not real. Do not.
We're not-
believe
no.
what they are saying.
No. It's nothing about the superpowers. It's if you hear like me breathing in my mic or anything like that, I'm very new to this, so I am trying to work this out. So yeah.
I think that's same with all of us here, actually.
Well, I mean, no, it's just that my mic picks up a bit more compared to yours. So I just want them to make sure that it's not on purpose and that I am working on fixing it.
I understand that.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, so my superpowers, I would definitely appreciate teleportation. But, another superpower that I've always wanted is the ability to... Oh, my mind just completely blanked. How did that happen? I was...
It happens to the best of
Okay,
us.
have
I
that...
get everything you're saying. That's a pretty
Guys.
good superpower.
My superpower is to never have that happen to me ever again. I'd never want to have my mind blank out ever again. I just want to be able to retain all of my thoughts.
Another
until
really
I'm
good
done
superpower is
speaking.
super intelligence. Because just think of all the
Intelligence,
stuff
I would
that
say.
you can do.
That can just like spell out for you a bunch of stuff, really.
Yeah, like you can figure out how
I
to
mean-
fly without the need of
Other-
planes, rockets, and all that. You can also figure out the ability of teleportation, time travel, all of that, because, well, you have super intelligence.
Just
Yeah.
describing Rick and Morty now.
Okay.
Just Rick and Morty.
Okay. I never said interdimensional travel. I just said time and all that.
Okay, either way. Why am I being spammed on Discord? Who cares?
Yeah,
Well,
who cares?
Personally, I think I've always been a big fan of more kind of mental ones, especially like telekinesis, like the ability to move or do things with just thoughts, or like
telepathy.
reading minds and stuff. I felt like that's always been a really cool thing to do. 'Cause then, well, number one, I'm lazy, and it would make my jobs easier just every day. But also, it could be a really good help. It could get hired for your services for being able to do things easier, especially if you're limitless, right? Able to lift anything, as many things as you want, no matter how heavy. That'd be a really great superpower in my head.
Yeah, I can see what you're coming from, but there are definitely a lot of downsides, even if it's limitless. But yeah, a lot of these, a lot of these superpowers though, like you have to think, some of them don't only come with one thing. They also come with like downsides, because it's not like in the comics, because in the comics they put the superpower, but they also make it to where it looks like it's just one, but in all reality it's multiple superpowers coming together. Besides like super intelligence, telekinesis, and all that, like those don't really have as many downsides as like super speed, because like if you have super speed and you're running the speed of light, you're gonna be setting things on fire.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Friction hurts. Ouch.
Flying, your body's
Dust
not able
particles
to
become
just gone. But like, let's say if you're like you have
Nothing.
superpower, the power of super flight, or like flight, right? Your body's not made for that type of fast flying, or like flying in general. Your body's not made for high altitudes. It's not made for that. So I'm not trying to ruin anyone's dream of like superpowers or anything like that. Don't try to make it seem like that. I'm not. But yeah. There's just a lot of downsides. Like let's say if you were to
always wanted.
Oh, my bad.
You can go.
Oh, okay. Like let's say you wanted the power to say Kowalski analysis, and then an all-knowing penguin pops up. You're not gonna know what the penguin says.
An all-knowing penguin.
You're not gonna know what the penguin says.
Analysis.
The powerful one.
You would have to have
Imagine,
two superpowers.
No, hold up. Imagine your superpower is just yelling the words Kowalski analysis, and then a penguin pops up that knows everything, and it just describes one random object or detail about the room you're in. Like Kowalski analysis. That cup has 2 liters of ice or of water in it. Thanks, Kowalski.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
that's amazing.
Analysis.
That's amazing.
That TV is 1
You have
degree
to say it every
Fahrenheit.
single time. Like if you want every detail, you have
Pretty
to
cool.
keep saying it until you get every single one.
Ooh, let's go into a different
It's
topic.
impossible to select what you want.
Let's start going into a different topic. I looked over to my right and I saw my taken apart PlayStation 4 that I completely took apart and never put back together because I broke it while taking apart. I looked at it and I started thinking of electronics and wiring and all that. I started thinking how people have to Waylon. Just in the background, Kowalski. But like, what they have to do, they have to make prongs or like areas for people to solder different wires on and all that. Your thoughts? You guys' thoughts on things?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Electronics.
Talking about how electronics like work together to form a working unit, I imagine.
Yeah.
I
That's what
think it's
talking about.
weird because if you look at the inside of a PS4, it's nothing inside of a PS4 would make you think inside of it, if you know nothing about electronics, that it that has the function that is capable of basically storing several, like an entire world inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like-
yeah. You know the
like,
thing of like how it took hundreds of years to make like super simple technology, and then within decades we went from like telegraphs to like full-on computers and consoles and devices and like 4K working 8K.
I
Caught
heard
in 4K.
somewhere that it took like 100 years to go from, I think it was copper to steel or copper to iron or something, and then it only took us like it took us like 1,000 years to go from copper to iron, and then it took us like 100 years to get from iron to guns.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know that those numbers are wrong, but it was
Yeah.
Yeah,
very
it's a rough
similar.
idea.
It's also too like
That
crazy.
exponential growth.
Like with like electronics and all that, to think like, let's say speakers for example, you'd expect them to have a unit for sound like production to be the size of what the speaker actually is, but then you take the speaker apart
No.
and it's not as big as you would think it is. It's
Tiny.
smaller. It's way smaller than like the actual cup for the speaker, But then you also got to think of like
imagine,
less
though?
things like earbuds. Imagine earbuds. Like all the wiring and all the microchips that like very small things that have to go into that to make it work. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Something else that I
AirPods.
find highly fascinating about electronics is I have a 3D printer, right? And I wonder who thought it was a good idea just be like, hey guys, if we slap a thing on a moving stick, it'll just make something for us.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because like we
Like,
can't
yeah,
we,
Well,
we
it's
we can't really go back and like think of people's thought processes during these things. We can only sort of replicate what we think that they thought. Like we can't go back and think of, oh, why did Alexander Graham Bell steal the design for the telegraph? Because like I mean, it's crazy
wait
to
a
believe
minute.
to think
Just
that.
brought
wait
up,
a minute. You're
No,
telling me,
that's a true
bro.
fact. That's
No,
a true
just
fact.
kidding.
He's
But
yeah. He
no,
it's
but you brought up a different topic.
sorry, my bad.
Travel.
Time travel? Oh no.
Yeah,
My bad for like seeming
It's like, what if
like
you
I
could
brought
go
up a
back?
new topic, but I didn't mean to do that. But
I don't know. This is interesting to me.
okay, yeah, but like
That sounds
we
fun.
we can't go back and be like, okay, well, this is what this guy was thinking, and then tell everyone in the like everyone in present, this is what they were thinking at that moment and at that time. Because we, number one, can't read minds. I mean, there's a lot of mind tricks you can do to make it seem like you can, but then you also, but you can't. And then number two, well, we can't time travel. That's very simple. That's it. We just can't time travel.
Who
But
But-
yeah, it's
out of
it's-
a government because he was a bad wizard.
Yeah. What?
Who?
Oh, never mind. Whatever. It's unimportant. This is completely unrelated. But I
Like
just
I got an
remember.
emergency PA. Like what?
Yeah, literally,
Gotta
there was
go.
a
My
guy
bad.
who was in somebody's. Can't remember. Hold up. Who was
Literal emergency.
the wizard who was kicked out?
I just had a
of-
thought earlier. I'm trying to think of it again.
Yeah, this
Think
is.
of it when I try to figure this out.
Yeah,
Brief
that's what
for
I'm-
me,
Then you also
but not
like
Harry
going
Potter.
back to the electronics part. I'm also looking at my keyboard, which I also broke by ripping out a power cable. I look at it and I think
Malicious.
that like keyboards and all the workings and all that have to go into the sensors for you hitting that key and getting the pitch of that note perfect to and yeah, it's just crazy to believe
I have an idea.
all of that. Ooh, what's your idea? Shoot it. You cut out. I think his controller might have died. It's fine. He'll be back soon. Well, yeah. There he is.
Why do you? My bad. Why do you think it is that people always like have revolutions and like think of the craziest shit and want to change their life at like 3 a.m?
Yeah, like I mean,
Like you're just sitting there, and then you're like, "Man, I want to start working out.
yeah.
I need to start
two-
focusing on school." And then you wake up and you're like,
two
"Man,
nights
fuck
ago,
that. I want to hang out."
two nights ago, I was watching TikTok late at night because I have a hard time sleeping. And I saw this TikTok that said, if you see this, you have to do 25 push-ups right now. So I got off my bed, just got up, and then did those 25.
He's just
And
flexing.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt
He's just
better
flexing
after
that
it.
He can do 25 push-ups.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to flex.
Shit, Sherlock, it's workout.
But yeah, I felt better, and yeah.
Seriously.
So it's
Not what
it's
you
those
guys are
3
talking
a.m.
about,
motivation
this
rants
thing
that you
I'm
get.
looking
Yeah, like months ago. back before summer, I think. I had this like massive revelation in the middle of the night. Like, I'm gonna start working to make my life better. And then that was the only time I think I did it where I actually started doing shit. I started watching my hygiene. I started taking cold showers. I started making sure that I brushed my teeth. But even then, it still dropped after a while because I only really remember it at night. And I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't do that. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I'm like, nah, screw that. I'm good. I don't feel like it right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't
Hold
know
up.
why that
Yeah,
is.
no. Talking about like those late night rants. Hold up. Let me pull up something. Let me pull up my
Rant to
first
myself
ever
at night.
song
So
that I
weird.
made.
My brain is broken. Oh, no way.
Yeah. Let me pull up like
Find
my
the copyright.
first ever song that I made and released.
Yeah.
I made this song at like 3 in the morning because I was just I couldn't go to sleep. So what I did was I
Use of inspiration.
just was like, you know what? Make some music. We'll listen to the full 2 minutes. It's not that long. Yeah. And I made this at like 2 in the morning.
You alright?
Yeah.
Breaking now, Nazi war crime. Okay. Alright. I don't know why that popped up. Let me turn this up. Okay.
Hold on, you guys wanna hear about the guy?
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, we'll stop that there. Let's go. Oh wait, hold up. Let me do one more thing real quick. I have to get music playing again because the music stopped.
Of course.
Drown.
What did you want to do, Waylon?
He wants to talk about the guy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the guy.
Okay, the guy.
Oh, sort of.
Find you some
So
more?
I'll just read. I'm reading off NPR.org right now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I can so
I'm
tell
reading
that
off
you're reading
NPR
right now.
What?
There's this really stupid guy who used to work in a town council as a wizard. Okay. Christchurch, New Zealand. Yeah, I'm sorry. Christchurch, New Zealand. His offensive remarks about women and the local government's new tourism strategy reportedly spelled his doom. So basically, his name is Ian Brackenbury Channel. It's the Wizard of New Zealand. And he has official documents that say that he gets an annual salary of $16,000 for providing acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as promotional work for the city of, which is already dumb.
I'm sorry, Waylon. I think it cut out there.
Here's like, remember how it said that he made like
16,000?
remarks about women, right?
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
a
what
quote
about
down
it?
here in a little bit, and it says,
Alright, sorry about that. Just cleaning off my mouse pad, so my mouse didn't get.
"Oh, I cut out. Where did I stop talking?"
Huh? What? Did you?
What?
16,000.
You started.
Oh,
You stopped
no.
talking at.
I said all this stuff a minute ago. He's hearing things that I said a while ago. Waylon's broken.
Hold up. See if you can kick him out of the call, and then
Technical difficulties.
technical difficulties. Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh. Hold up, wait. I'm
You
leaving and
cannot
rejoining.
imagine.
All right, there we go.
The time that we spent trying to set this up.
Yeah, no, we spent 3 hours trying to set this up.
Hours. I was the only person
Hello,
prepared. I was like on deck, ready to go, and everyone was Everyone was goofing. Waylon?
Waylon, are you there?
Waylon?
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Let's
How's
go.
it going?
He's actually there.
You were
My microphone
hearing-
died. When did I
You're
die?
hearing
Hold
things
on.
I'd said like a minute prior.
Okay, I'm not broken anymore.
All right, good. You
Okay.
stop
so,
talking at the
what did you
remarks
guys
at
do
women.
last?
Remarks at women.
Yeah.
He said, okay, here's a quote from it. He says, after he got fired, he says, I love women. I forgive them all the time. I've never struck one, yet. Never strike a woman, because they bruise too easily, is the first thing. And they'll tell the neighbors and their friends. And then you're in big trouble.
God.
That's the whole quote.
God.
That is not
Why does
real. You cannot tell me.
he gives me
If
Blippy
you said that at the
vibes? He gives me
screening of a
Blippy.
current affairs show. Blippy vibes?
Yes, like it sounds like something
love
Blippy
women.
would say.
I forgive
Am I
them all the
misinformed?
time. I never struck one yet. Never strike a woman because they bruise too easily. The first thing,
That's
they'll
not
tell
true.
the
Guys,
neighbors
that's not
and
true.
their friends.
Nah,
Then
that's
you're in
something
big
Mickey Mouse
trouble.
teaches you on the
That's my
clubhouse.
Blippy. That's my Blippy impression. But there's just an incredibly sexist wizard who was on the town council for 20 years, and he finally got fired.
Yeah.
Real, bro. You don't know.
Ooh. So I never said we were talking about politics, but I never said about laws or anything like that. I guess you can consider this politics.
This is-
Okay.
I'll bring this up. I'll bring
Yeah,
this
you
up.
can consider that.
It's not really that big of a thing
What?
like countrywide or worldwide, but currently in Texas
Yeah.
they're enforcing laws that just go against all sorts of human like rights, because I think
Such
they
as?
passed it. I'm not sure, but what they did was they're thinking about making same-sex marriage illegal. Like if you're the same gender as someone else, and you're married to them,
Really?
you can get arrested. They're also
Wait, I'm
they've-
gonna.
yeah, they've
Really?
also
This can't be right.
no, it is. It's completely true. They've also
God.
outlawed abortion here, and if this woman, like I think 2 weeks ago, she got arrested for having a miscarriage because they thought it was self-induced.
What?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
huh?
crazy.
How do you... What the...
Yeah, I've
And then-
actually never even heard of this. That's
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
they're also thinking about lowering
I
minimum
knew about
wage.
the-
Lowering, not raising, lowering it from $7.25 to $4.25 an hour.
No.
Yeah.
This is...
I thought Texas was like the coolest state because they were
No.
like their own country and they were pretty
Their
free and
their
really
their
big.
government officials
nah, they're
are
doing some
like
bullshit.
messed up.
they
Like
kinda
the senators and all that are messed up. Governors, all that.
really got messed up after some really bad votes happened.
Joe Biden.
Crazy.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Let's go,
Can't-
Brandon.
can't say
Let's
that, you
go.
can't say that.
We
You
can't
can't
say
say
that. Hey, stop. We
can't say that. We can't say that. The FBI,
canceled.
they'll be on the
We've only
way.
had
Okay,
one
yeah,
live
my bad, my
stream,
bad,
we're
my
gonna
bad, my
cancel.
bad. I didn't say that. Cut it out, cut it out. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
in the
I'm
future,
I'm not
when
even gonna
they're
cut it out.
Crazy successful, they're gonna look back and be like, they said this. This is outrageous.
Yeah, no.
Outrageous.
Yeah. All right. Getting off this topic,
Um,
this crazy, insane, stupid
yeah.
topic that has brought Texas down from moral code, from its what was the saying of Texas? I forgot it.
Mess with Texas?
Lone
No.
state.
It was like something to do with friends.
Um,
Oh, I don't know.
make new friends. Or
No.
come and make friends. What was it?
It doesn't matter. It was something like everyone's a friend here in
Friends are
Texas,
illegal
something
now.
like that. But yeah, it not anymore apparently. Yeah, let's go into
State
something.
motto is...
Yeah, state motto. That's what it is.
Um,
Don't mess with Texas, right?
No,
It says, "Remember the Alamo."
that is not the state
That's
motto.
another one. They have a
Yeah,
lot.
apparently there's like 50 of them. I guess I don't know.
Well, yeah.
It,
Yeah,
it says that the state motto is just
it happens,
friendship.
man.
It's just that's it. State motto is friendship, but they're turning against that
Yeah.
because they're doing things against humanity. Like the social rules of humanity are just flipping in Texas.
Basic human rights. Yeah.
Yeah, like it says they're also thinking about going back to, like, let's say before the women's rights movement. They're thinking about going back to before that, to where women don't have the rights that men do, which is very bad.
Suffrage or what? Because I don't think that they can do that.
Yeah,
No,
that's not
they
legal.
no, but
I'm pretty
it's
sure
not
that
legal.
Texas can't just be like, "Hey, women
They're-
can't vote."
Yeah, no, it's not legal, but Texas can still do it because if Texas were to secede, we have a big enough army to fend off the rest of the U.S. and all that, right? But
I-
Isn't Texas already past the point of being able to secede?
yeah,
and become
we've
its
already
own
passed the
country?
They are-
point to secede. We
Texas
could
is really independent though. Like
Texas
they
can
have a
secede
completely
and be its own
independent
country.
Green energy power grid.
Mm-hmm.
They have
pretty
like
sure-
Texas has its own power grid, separate from the
Yeah,
country, like completely. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Texas can do pretty much whatever they want because they can secede at any time, right? Now, if you think about it, if they
don't
go
think they'd be
back
off
to
the
the like
window.
women's suffrage and all that, right? If they go back to that, single parents like my mom won't be able to provide for families at all because they won't be able to get jobs, all of that. So it's weird. They're also about to, I think, pass a law to where if you divorce someone, it's final. Like, you divorce them, you can't marry at
Oh.
all. It's illegal to marry after that divorce.
Marry anybody?
What?
Just
Yep.
marry that
It
person
sounds
again.
like you're making these up.
Nope,
dude.
I'm not making any of it up.
Where did you get this information from?
Texas.gov. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think it's I can't remember where. I know I'm not getting it from CNN though. All right, new topic.
TikTok. Okay.
Let's go. I didn't get it from TikTok,
Please,
but let's
please.
go to something like cars, yeah, or like gas. Like July 3rd through 5th, go on
Cars,
strike
okay.
about gas. Don't buy gas for July through 5th. Buy gas today or tomorrow.
How do you strike gas, bro?
You just don't buy it.
Don't
gotta
buy gas.
switch to electric. Know what I'm saying?
You just
Gotta
don't
put the
buy it.
hamster in the engine. The
I
little wheel.
But yeah,
gotta start
um,
thinking, bro.
yeah. Let's go into cars. It's a very familiar topic with me, but like not so familiar with you. It could be a learning point for you. But let's not start.
I know a little
Let's
bit about cars, but not very
yeah.
much.
Let's go with history of cars, not like just mods and all that. So
Okay.
let's go to Ferrari versus Ford. It's very, very, very classic story in just all of car history. It's very classic. The constant races in the 24-hour Le Mans. I said that wrong. I'm so stupid. Yeah. Do you guys know anything about
I
it?
wouldn't know, man.
Oh, I know absolutely nothing.
Alright, so
You brought
I'll-
up an unfamiliar topic. You were the teacher here.
Alright, so I guess it's my floor. Enzo Ferrari, Henry Ford. Very big rivalry because Henry Ford wants they want to win at least one 24-hour Le Mans race, right? But their Ford GT at the time sucked, and Ferrari always had the number 1 or number 2 spot in the race because how the 24-hour or
Yes.
how any 24-hour race works is you have multiple drivers. You don't just have one driving for 24 hours, and you have multiple cars because obviously a car can't run for 24 hours at a time, especially not back in the 1960s, 1950s. It's not gonna work. But yeah, basically their whole rivalry was that Ferrari was amazing. And Henry Ford wanted a bit of it. He offered Enzo Ferrari to basically design one of his cars to help win. And he said, no. He just said, no, this is my car, not yours. So, yeah. So what Henry Ford did was, I can't remember the guy's name, but they made the GT40, first ever car that was almost on par with a Ferrari. That was American made. The Ford GT40.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look? I'm pretty sure.
I'll pull up a picture on stream. I'll pull up a picture. All right.
You send it into the Discord, please.
Yeah, I will.
I guess I can
I'll
just
send
Google
it.
Why is it blippy color? It's blippy colors.
All right.
Can't believe this.
Ford
Flippy
GT40
colors.
1966
Oh,
one.
that's
I
so
think
magic,
that's it.
man.
I think that's the one. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. I got the exact year. Exact year.
Nice car, bro.
Yeah.
Why is
So
it blippy? It's literally just blippy color.
okay, no, it's not Blippy colored. Blippy
Blippy.
wasn't even a thing.
My
Back
culture-
then.
What's happening?
But yeah, this was the car.
A children's YouTuber.
Do we? No, we don't. Yeah, but this was the car that beat a Ferrari in the 24-hour Le Mans race. Oh, yep, and it was amazing.
How many
And
of them are there?
One.
No. There's more than one. There has to be.
yeah, there's obviously
Because
more than
The
one.
24-hour races.
I
many
don't
are
think
there?
they sold
At
it on
least 3?
production.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought you were just talking about. Never mind, I'm stupid.
All right, let's see. The Ford GT40, blah, blah, blah. Do not care. There we go.
There were 87 production.
Yeah, 87 and 12 prototypes. That's all there was. And there's people in the world who still obviously have them and drive them around. Then you also have the people who
Just
make...
one away from 100. I'm so mad at them.
They are at oh yeah, they are. They're at one away from 100. But yeah, that's basically the it's basically
I'm going to sue Ford and
car.
Ferrari.
that's the car that beat
For
Ford.
making cars.
And
For making-
I remember the guy's name now. He got, I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Shelby. You may recognize it from Mustangs, because the Shelby Cobra and all that, right? But
What I think you mean to say is, you don't know this name.
yeah, no, you don't know any of this. Yep, that's how it went. Ferrari had 5 wins on Ford, but in a row, like each year, they won 5. Like they won 1, and going along with that, after those 5 races, Ford won the next 4, getting first place, and then Ferrari getting second, then Ford getting third, and Ford securing their spot in history against Ferrari. And now if we go to modern day Ford Mustangs or GT40s and all that, we don't talk about them. We don't talk about the new gen Mustang, because it's not a Mustang. It's an electric car. It's an electric SUV. But yeah, it's
electric cars don't have rights, obviously. So.
Yeah, no, unless it's a Tesla Roadster, because it's supposed to be a coupe.
That's it.
Oh yeah. Hey guys,
What's up, bro?
So
what are your thoughts on the
Automobiles.
Oh, hold it. Yeah, automobiles, sure.
I love them.
Word.
I love automobiles. Any type of automobile. It can be a car, plane, train.
Your mind.
Rocket.
Okay, guys, how do you feel about trains? Like trains.
Whenever I
the
was
evolution
young,
of
I used to
trains is
love
pretty
them.
Wacky, don't you think?
What?
Oh my
I like
God.
trains.
The evolution of no.
I mean, the bullet train. let's talk about the bullet train in Japan for a second. Bullet train.
Dude.
I think it's the only train that's close enough to breaking Mach speed, or like getting to Mach speed. It's insanely fast. It's just insane to think about, because it's all powered by magnets, or most of it's powered by magnets. It's not even powered by wheels.
It isn't powered by magnets.
Yes, it
but
is.
It is.
It's not powered by magnets. It's just like that's sort of how it gets its speed.
That is. Yeah.
Because
There's not very much friction.
yeah, no, but it's still run on like engines and all that electronics. But
Yeah.
the magnets help it gain speed. But have you ever heard it like go by, ever, like in a video? It's
No, I
crazy.
Oh.
It sounds like just a big. It's
I see.
yeah. Then you also have
The evolution of trains is really weird, though.
Yeah, no, because
I'm
you
pretty
steam
sure
engines
trains-
to the bullet train. That's
Yeah.
very
It-
weird, because
it's a
that was
very
all in
weird
like
jump.
200. That was all in like 200 years of work.
1800s, like very early 1800s, and now it's pretty early 2000s.
Yeah, no, the bullet
Well,
train
it goes-
was
it goes
made
back
in
to
like
that thought
2016.
that-
Oh,
Goes back to
sorry.
that thought that technology's like advancing exponentially. Like
Yeah,
now it's just
Like-
getting quicker and more advanced and shorter amounts of time.
It's like, okay, think about it. Trains probably started off with some guy being like in a mine cart, probably, if I had to guess. It's like, guys, what if we made this thing bigger and we put people inside of it and we brought it places that weren't just inside of the mine? Right? 'Cause they already had rails, whatever. They're just like, oh, sure, whatever. How are we gonna power it? Steam, whatever. Yeah, we're good. And then they went chugga, and then like 200 years later, they're just like, guys, what if we make it float? And then it floated, and now we're here.
Now
yeah.
we're here.
No, you also gotta think about like
It
the train between England and France, the one underwater. Like, that's crazy
yeah, I
to think
love
that they
that.
made a train go underwater. Because
Yeah.
that has to
Yeah,
be has to be one of the scariest
breaks
things you ever go
frequently,
on.
though.
It doesn't not
Doesn't it break frequently?
no, it used to whenever it like first released, but now
Yeah.
currently it's basically smooth. It doesn't break as frequently as it did because, well, first early development, it's a train underwater. That's all you have. That's all I have to say. It's a train
50-kilometer
underwater.
railway tunnel.
I think it's more than 50 kilometers. A bit over, maybe.
That's what it's telling me, brother. It's 50.46 kilometers.
Well, yeah,
you're right.
a
It
little
is
bit
above 50 kilometers.
over. I said just above 50.
My bad.
Okay, so
But yeah, it's crazy to believe
Wait,
how
hold
fast
on.
technology is advancing compared to other things like
Well-
how fast old things are degrading and getting forgotten. Like, most people that you ask in the modern day and age, from Gen Z or like Gen X, you ask them, "Hey, do you know what a Wii is?" They'll be like, "No, what's that?" And it's crazy to
So
believe that
whenever-
they don't
No.
even know what that is, because it was created in 2005, 2006, around the time I was born. And
Nah, bro. You ask a person how many countries there are. They're like,
over 100.
Kansas and that's all I know. They don't know like
Yeah.
any countries. It's so
No.
stupid. They
It's-
invited videos of that, and I just
Because I mean,
true, though.
I think
Crazy.
currently I can name almost every country in Europe off the top of my head. I'm not going to right now because I don't really feel like doing that, because I feel like it would take up time.
Prove yourself.
You
I
don't
don't-
actually
I
know me,
don't
though.
I don't need to prove myself. Because I can do things, you know. Yeah,
Hey,
But-
okay.
it's just crazy to believe that this world
Completely
is
side topic.
All right, yeah.
Can I just please talk about something real quick I've been thinking of?
Okay.
Yeah.
The talk about trains is making me think of the research into the vac train,
Oh my
where
God.
it is literally just a vacuum tube that just propels the train incredibly fast with little power. And
Yeah.
like that could connect between countries, right? And like you could get between
Yeah, yeah.
countries and continents in a matter of an hour or two. I
Faster than
I just think
planes.
that that's like, yeah,
No,
I think
the-
that's just
the-
the beginning of the future transport, right?
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
main problem with
This would
that
be-
though is like turns. How well would that handle turns? How
You
often
need to turn.
would it
It's just a
crash?
straight line straight over everything.
No,
Yeah.
it would
Or it
still
could,
have
like
yeah. It'd still have to have
smooth
very
turns, like progressive turns and stuff.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like progressive turns. It'd have to have so many safety features just because if it's going that fast, it's going Mach speed. You gotta realize if going from countries to continents in like maybe an hour with a vacuum, that's going Mach speed, maybe Mach 5 at best.
Okay, let's put it into perspective. Right? Like, just going from continent to continent, hard for us to grasp. Imagine if you were trying to walk, say, from like, the
Your house to your
far
local store.
side. Yeah, sure. Like, well, that depends on where you live. Let's say you're
Yeah,
walking from
no.
like McNeil. We all know where McNeil is, other than
Not-
people who are watching who don't.
Yeah.
Everyone here
I mean-
knows where McNeil is.
Yeah, totally. Every one of the hosts and co-hosts knows where it is because that's where we all met. And the distance,
Yeah,
like
so
no,
say
the
you're walking
distance.
from McNeil to
Castaway
Ryder.
Cove.
I think we all know where Ryder is.
Castaway Cove.
Castaway Cove. Yeah, everybody knows where Castaway Cove is. Imagine you're trying to walk that far. It takes you. This is just for.
takes, like,
we'll just say it takes an hour. It doesn't.
2.5,
whatever.
3.5.
Yeah, we're just gonna say it takes an hour, and then somebody. This is like a normal car. Able to make it there, like 20 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
But then the speed train is just there.
It's
It
just
kind of
what's up, guys? Yeah,
starts,
it's
stops.
because like
What's up,
here
guys?
I'll use this for example. One day I woke up late for the bus while my mom was at work, and my grandparents would kill me if I said, "Oh, I missed the bus. I need you to take me to school." I walked 5.5 miles in 2 hours to our school, and
Love to see it.
usually whenever it's like in a car or something like that, it takes 15 minutes from my house to McNeil, going down Southwest Parkway. 15 minutes. The train would probably make it there in, honestly, I think a minute. Maybe a little bit less than a minute.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Like if it was going. Obviously, it slows down near the end because it has to stop.
Yeah.
That's a break.
So it isn't like a constant speed. It speeds up, goes to constant speed, slows down, and then stops. But like, if it was going only at its max speed and could stop instantly, I
That
bet
you would
it
die.
would take a solid
You would die.
40 seconds. Yeah, you would die, but
You would fly towards the front of that train.
Yeah,
need,
going
like-
Mach 5 and then just suddenly stops. You're going
And
through the train.
stopping.
You're going
would
through
need,
that
like,
train.
The force
blows
alone would
inside
tear
of
you
your
apart.
skull.
Yes.
Hey, you like concussions? Good. Hop on.
Great.
Well, boy, oh boy, have you come to the right place.
Ooh, I have an
Give you a
amazing
concussion in
topic.
less than 1 second.
I have an amazing topic to talk about. So, just you guys talking about like medical stuff like concussions made me think about like science and all that. So you guys know the creator of Phineas and Ferb, right? Who is also the voice of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah, name, like something Pavenmeyer.
I think it's David. I can't remember, but he, when making the show, didn't know what his platypus sounded like, so he just made a random noise. I think he looked into it after he made the show and was like, oh, so that's what it sounds like. He looked at the
Yeah,
color.
probably,
It's like, oh, well,
sure.
that's wrong. Because, well, Perry the Platypus is teal, right? Last year, there was a scientific discovery that under luminescent lights, fluoroluminescent, I can't say that word, but yeah,
Bioluminescent.
bioluminescent lights, platypuses glow teal.
It's platypi, isn't it? Right? It better be platypi. If it's not, I'm going to cry.
I'll look
If
it
it's
up.
not,
I'll
I'm
look it up.
gonna. But
Thank you.
yeah, they turn green or teal. He didn't know that. He didn't know. Yeah, it's platypuses. I thought it was. He didn't know it.
People
He,
think it's
it
platypi,
wasn't even
but it's
discovered.
it's false.
It wasn't
Oh
even
my
discovered.
God.
But he made Perry the Platypus green, and
Going
find
down,
out 12 years later, that they're actually green whenever they're under bioluminescent lights. It's crazy.
Going down the path of bioluminescent lights.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think that fish, you're the like glowing fish near the bottom of the ocean, that where it's just pitch black? Do you imagine being a fish, right? And then you just see like two giant glowing white dots. That's just like a fish side swimming, whatever. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh boy, gotta go over there. There's light. What if it's food? You just get eaten. Like pitch black
Anglerfish.
your entire life.
Anglerfish.
Oh yeah, I was about to say you're talking about an anglerfish, right? Those things are
Yeah.
terrifying.
There's
I love
another
anglerfish. Honestly, if I get reincarnated, I want to be an anglerfish.
if I ever want to be reincarnated, I want to be a goblin shark. Have you guys ever seen a goblin shark?
I love goblin.
Goblin shark.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Look
think
look at
those
it.
are-
Yeah. So
That's
basically
goofy. They look weird.
yeah, they look weird, but their mouth extends. It's not just there, it extends to the like length
It's
of
like
their
a bear
nose.
trap.
Yeah.
It's like
It's-
a bear trap, isn't it?
Oh,
But they're
really?
so
That sounds
fascinating.
terrifying.
They look so terrifying, but they look so
Mhm.
fascinating at the same time. And it's crazy to believe. It was also old, like prehistoric
What
fish.
evolution do you have to go through to make muscles for your gums to extend forwards?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
I'm not sure about that one.
yeah, one of the
It's like, guys, our nose is too pointy and our mouth can't grab the food.
Oh, this
I
is
got a
making me think
solution.
of you know
Hungry
how we
Shark
know
World.
more about space than we do about the
Oh.
bottom of our oceans.
yeah.
Yeah?
That's what this whole conversation is making me think of.
Yeah,
We
you
still don't
know.
know what's down there because there could be remnants of anything, man.
I mean, we don't even know what the
Infinite
full universe looks
possibilities.
like. We don't know if there's multiple universes yet. So we do know that there is one
Well,
universe, and
there's
that's
no
what
such
we
thing
live
as
in.
a full universe because the universe is constantly expanding.
Yeah, no.
The universe. Oh, that reminds me of a video. I'm getting reminded of all sorts of shit. That the
Yeah.
universe will eventually die.
Yes,
Yeah, we'll
obviously,
die.
but
Billions of
we'll be long dead by then. But yeah, unless we find out the key to immortality. But I don't think we will. I don't think that will ever be a thing.
I don't think that we should.
No.
Yeah. That,
Oh,
that too, I
new
guess.
topic. Mortality.
Yeah,
You're
no.
immortal.
That if you're immortal, I feel bad. I really feel bad for you, because let's
Yeah.
say
Like,
you're
what if
immortal.
you're immortal, yet you can still feel pain? Not
Well,
one of
no,
the immortals
not
who
that,
just
not
can't feel
that, not
anything.
not just that. Like, you have a loved one, you have a whole family. You don't. Let's say you're born, but you don't know you're immortal. You don't know any of that. You realize that a lot of the cuts and bruises that you get heal faster than a lot of the other kids, but you grow older and grow older, and you realize you look young. You look like you're still in your prime whenever you're in your 70s. So, and then
I think you noticed
watch-
way before then.
you watch your whole family perish, like from old age, all of that. It takes a toll on you, but you can't kill yourself. You can't find a way to get rid of yourself because you're immortal.
Then again,
you'll
at the
never
same time,
you won't be able to feel emotions the proper way you would whenever you were first born. So being immortal is one of the worst things that could ever be thought of. And people who actually think it's one of the best things, it's really not. It takes a toll on your
But
mind.
hear me out, right? If you knew for your entire life that you were immortal, you had been preparing, knowing that your family was
just-
gonna die.
Yeah,
Your
you
only
would just
goal
stay away from
was
people.
money.
You'd be the
Yeah,
richest
that.
person in the world.
But if your only goal was money, imagine what you could do. Like, imagine how many slaves you could get to just constantly
Huh?
do everything for you.
Whoa.
Huh?
Whoa.
This is.
Why'd you go to slavery?
Why'd you go to
Nestle,
slavery?
guys?
Why'd you go to
did you know that
slavery?
Nestle has slaves?
Nestle? What?
Because that's the most profit. Yeah, Nestle has slaves, and Nestle specifically, the owner of Nestle specifically said, if we aren't able to use slaves to make our product, we are going to have to double the price.
That is.
Wow.
Nestle is already No, I'm serious. Google it.
I've seen God, yeah,
That's
I've seen
crazy.
documentaries about Nestle. Like I've seen a documentary about Nestle of like
Nestle
it
is
was- they made
terrible.
they made an effort to like help local villages. To do so, they had to cross like a highway, and it was super dangerous. And it was farther away from like the river near the village. And in the end, it was a massive liability. It's just like, what are they doing, bro? They don't know how to
Yeah.
run their business.
Okay, but the owner of Nestle quite literally,
Holy
like,
shit.
quote, if I can't use slaves to make this water, I am going to make it twice as expensive. End quote.
I'm
Like,
not seeing
seriously.
it, King.
Look,
I'm seeing a
Google
lot of stuff
the
about child slavery.
Google
they're
Nestle
fighting-
No.
slave.
We're not bringing up child slavery.
Does Nestle own slaves?
Nestle owns slaves. Yeah, okay, okay, Google. Does Nestle own slaves?
Nestle's code of conduct prohibits the use of child
Just a
labor
little
against
side note for
subject
any
to
viewers. This has been such a fun experience,
Yeah, it's
and
not
I
bad.
hope you guys are liking it. I hope you guys like it, and yeah. Give us
What?
feedback in the comments.
Child
all that.
slavery? What? I'm going down a rabbit hole and I need to back out.
Yes, get out of the
Yeah,
rabbit
Mars
hole,
is gonna
Jacob.
need to face child slavery. I gotta get out of here. This isn't okay anymore. Not talk about Nestle owning slaves.
Like
It's
this
funny.
podcast so far. It's great. It's
Yeah,
literally
it's-
just us having conversations.
That's usually what podcasts are, unless it's like a podcast that's
Yeah, that's
themed
the
to
point
something.
of podcast.
It's just a
Yeah.
talk,
But
but
like sometimes there's something about it.
yeah, there's a little spark.
Normally
You
they
get
have a theme.
you.
Like
I,
sports
I,
or
th- I think
something, I don't
the
know.
I just think the podcast aspect of just
Conversation makes it.
it's
a little
conversation, but conversation late at night.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
makes
yeah.
it feel
better.
better.
Too tired to think properly.
40.
Yeah, it makes it's just something different. It makes you feel all jittery inside. Makes you feel sort of safe in
You're
an
having an
aspect.
actual conversation.
Right,
That's
you
insane.
actually you can get to know someone late at night. You can do so
But
many
wait a minute.
things. And it's kind of enlightening
What was it?
talking to people.
Are
Did you
okay?
find it? Waylon, did you find it?
I found something. Okay. So, Nestle, and a few other people to face child slavery lawsuit
Yeah, that's what I was
for their
looking at.
cocoa plantations.
That's what I
Is that-
saw.
is
They
that
were fighting,
recent,
like,
or is that,
child
like,
slavery
old?
problems.
This is from 2021 February.
No way. No, there ain't no way. Alright, no,
8 children claim that they were used as slave labor on cocoa plantations in the Ivory Coast. Have launched legal action against the world's largest chocolate companies.
Alright, well,
Cute,
let's get back
bro.
on the topic of like talking late at night and just being on a podcast late at night.
Yeah, sorry.
'Cause
I was,
that was
a little bit.
We
Yeah,
already got out of that hole, Waylon.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry.
it's
I was still going down.
this is just a fun experience. I've never had an experience like this, and it's really nice. But the enlightening fact of just talking and talking. You can talk to your heart's content until you get tired, obviously. But you can get to know someone. You can talk about similar interests. You can talk about politics. You can talk about the economy. You can talk about child slavery. You can talk about
Yeah.
salt. You can talk about electronics. You can talk about anything.
Whenever you're talking to people, whenever it's really late and you're both super tired, it becomes
Get
almost
stupid.
impossible to argue. You just have
Yeah.
a conversation.
You just
then you
can't
stop.
argue.
There's
But
Waylon, you would know of all people.
a new topic.
actually, yeah.
You say some dumb shit late at night, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
Okay,
let's
but
get.
that's different circumstances.
All right. Let's get on
This
a
is
new
me just
topic. Let's
having a
get on a new topic. So. As you may
Fine.
see, I would flip through. I'd go to Google, look something up, and all that, and then go back to this image. This image was made by yours truly, Waylon. Everyone, give him a hand.
Okay, that's me.
Good.
Oh, what I did. Oh,
Yep.
I figured it out. I remembered what I did.
What I do.
Yep.
My bad.
And but I look at it, and this is really weird. It reminds me of the boss in Elden Ring, Radon, the Star Scourge Radon. Yeah. It reminds me of him.
You know what it reminds?
And it, I don't know
reminds me of,
how. Yeah. But it is very, very
Reminds
nice.
me
It's
of the
just
tree.
because
We both just interrupted
about
Jacob.
I'm trying so
new
hard.
one or the first one?
The one that we're gonna use as banner.
Okay. Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that it didn't look like garbage.
Yeah, no, it looks like
I
really
was scrolling
good.
past it and I was like, oh, hey, look, there's art there. Wait a second.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah. I remember whenever I used to be good at art. That was fun times.
Yeah.
Now I'm just Jacob, I don't know why, but every time I just hear this noise,
Yeah, I know.
He's just like, oh.
it's hilarious. It is so funny. I just hear,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what this makes me think of? It makes me think of the tree that Master Oogway is next to in the Kung Fu Panda
Oh yeah,
series.
like the
Yeah,
peach
it
tree.
does. It
yeah,
sorta
the
does.
peach tree, bro.
Yeah,
That's what it
the cherry
reminds
blossom
me
peach.
of.
What? It's either a peach tree or a cherry
I
blossom
don't
tree.
remember what's important.
It's both because Poe is eating the peaches and he's like, "Are you eating the sacred peaches?" And then Poe's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know that." And then Master Oogway's like, "Oh, so
Yeah.
I've watched this movie too many times. So I'm done."
Yeah.
I was about to recite the entirety
ah.
of the movie to you guys.
I have
But it's
I have a
not
piece of
myself.
salt stuck in my throat. Let's go.
But yeah, Alex
Eating
is a salt
Cheez-Its is
addict.
what
I'm not a salt addict. I just love beer salt and like pickle salt and all that. It's really nice.
He's a salt addict. I
Oh,
also used to be a salt
also,
addict, so
Alex,
yeah.
while you
Fine.
were talking about the conversations while it's late, I was really tempting on doing a little bit where I just chewed as loud as possible. But I laughed
And then-
halfway
and then-
through,
and then,
it made me
Cash,
choke.
bro.
Do you have a thing of chips, Waylon? I want to put my power on the test. Do you have chips in front of
I
you?
do.
Hey, man, it's the crunch
It's-
cast.
Eat them,
I'm not gonna
eat them.
complain, man.
I'll give you a hint. This is what it sounds like whenever I eat them.
That's crazy. I don't
Those sound
wanna
like
hear that.
Lay's. Those sound
Crunch.
definitely like Lay's.
They're not Lay's.
Bro's a professional
Okay.
chip identifier.
No, they're not
The
Lay's.
crunch.
If they're not Lay's, that's hard. It's a hard one. If they're not Lay's,
Definitely
what can
potato.
they be? Yeah, very thin,
Or-
not crunchy.
Be funny if they were.
Is it a very mainstream company?
I wouldn't say.
Is it great value
I'm
chips?
not actually
mainly?
sure.
Are they
Are they
great
Pringles?
value chips?
No, they are not great value.
They are not Pringles. I can tell they're not Pringles.
Usually
I've
they're
eaten
Pringles?
Pringles way too many times.
Yep.
Plus, that was a bag. Pringles come in
Um,
cans.
It is mainstream, but they.
The
I'll
child
give you-
slaves? I'm sorry.
I don't know. Hold on, let me Google actually. Hold up.
What if they? Never mind. Never mind.
Do they? No, they don't.
Speaking
Fine.
speaking on the matter of food, there's this one thing that I've been wanting for ages, and it was like this chocolate mint bar from England that I like really miss. It's called Arrow, and it wasn't just mint and chocolate. They had chocolate, and just they had a whole bunch of flavors, but
No way.
you can only get it in England or in department stores that sell English food. And I think about a month ago, me and my mom found out that there's actually a British store down in Grapevine, Texas.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and we are thinking about going down there just so we can go get like food and all that we miss from England. Because if you didn't know, I'm from England. I may not sound like it, but that's because I've lived 9 years in
It's 'cause he's
America.
lying. That's 'cause he's lying.
Brother
He's
George, brother George. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yes, no.
That was quick. I restarted.
Yeah. So, yeah, I lived 7 years in England. I will admit, you may think it was the high life. It really wasn't. Living there for 7 years from your birth, like the beginning of your birth, you get pressured by social services a lot because they look for children and they try to take them away from parents unless they're rich, put them up for adoption, get big money from rich people. And the worst thing is they're not even run by the government of England. And yeah, that's sort of what happened to us, and we were run out of England. Like, me and my mom had to move back. And one thing that sucked even more is that
Coming to America was made.
my dad
I think.
started having an affair with my stepbrother's.
Sure that you should be
my
sharing
stepbrother,
this with
George.
The zero amount of people.
I mean, hey, we're talking late at night here. We can talk about anything. I said we can open up to, all
You've
that.
already distilled so much information. I'm only gonna bring it
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
but like,
But-
if people tried, they could figure out where we live.
Yeah, we said that McNeil.
I've
There's
been
not that many
avoiding it,
middle
but
schools
you
named
guys
McNeil.
do not
Southwest
care.
Parkway. Castaway Cove. Yeah,
My address.
they could.
is-
I said I live 5.5
IP
miles
address.
away. I said I live 5.5 miles away from McNeil. So if they find out where McNeil is and they look 5.5 miles away from there, or like
They'll
in
find your
radius,
exact
they'll
address,
find
like-
me. But do I really care? No, I could care less if people find out where I live, because I'm moving soon anyways. But
Freaking go.
yeah. Now, let's get on a new topic. Let's get on topic of fitness, because me,
Sorry.
Waylon, and no, Jacob, don't say it. But and Jacob, we're all getting fit because, well,
We're getting.
Yeah, we're gonna go to marching band.
we got
Oh, yeah,
marching
that too.
band next year in high school. Oh, it's gonna be such a nightmare.
Hi. I'm going to JROTC, which is gonna be.
Oh, you're going to JROTC? You're not doing marching band?
I'm doing 2 big extracurriculars, which is probably stressful, but it's fine.
I'm doing 2 big extracurriculars as well. I'm doing jazz band
I think
and
I'm the
marching
least
band,
athletic
so.
person ever.
Waylon, you say that, but like first time you ever went to Planet Fitness, you're Was it Grayson that said
asthma
it?
And allergies.
The quarterback of the football team, bro. Facts.
But was it
No.
Grayson that said it, or was it Addison that said it? That said you can't run 9 miles, and then you did it.
It was Grayson.
Bad
It was
guy.
Grayson. Yeah.
And then Addison tagged in and she said, "Yeah, you're probably right." And I said, "Is that a challenge?" And Addison, you know what? Yes. Addison said, "You know what? Yes."
Yeah,
And I
and
died.
then he did it, and then he died, and then he threatened me that this week we're running 5 miles. So I'm scared.
It wasn't a threat.
It was a threat.
It's a statement.
I take it as a
And
threat
Waylon,
because
you're
you
in,
know
like,
I can't
cross-
run. Yeah,
Waylon,
you're
you're
in
in, like-
cross country.
In cross country, right?
I was in
never even
tennis.
realized that until we got our yearbooks.
I was in tennis, and in the tennis
That's
photo,
probably another fact.
I have in the tennis photo in the yearbook, I was on
I was
crutches.
taking Spanish. I'm goated. I'm just too smart
Yeah.
for these people, man.
I think we should leave it off on something. I don't know what should we leave it off on?
You know what we should leave it off on?
What should we leave it off on?
We should loop back to the start. Or how about instead of doing superpowers we want, we would do superpowers that are just the worst.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Kowalski analysis, worst power ever, because you can't understand the penguin. How are you gonna understand the penguin? You can't hear him.
Kowalski
I mean, you can hear him, but you can't understand what he's saying.
No.
Kowalski analysis.
That's all you would hear.
Speak English. It's fine.
No, but Kowalski.
But that's 2 powers in
No,
one.
wait, because he can. Yeah. To be fair, Kowalski. I mean, like,
No.
what if you just said Kowalski attack? Because then
Oh,
Kowalski attack.
yeah.
He does whatever you want. You
No.
just have to say it after Kowalski.
Kowalski
One
fly.
Kowalski.
one of the
I want
worst
you to enslave The
superpowers.
entirety of Czechoslovakia.
one of the worst superpowers I've ever heard of is that anyone in a 30-foot radius of you gets explosive diarrhea. That's one of the worst powers I've ever heard about.
Superpower, one of the
No.
worst.
Deadpool 2.
Anybody in a 30-foot
Acidic
radius of
vomit.
you just actually explodes.
Yeah, no, but
Just actually explodes.
Deadpool 2,
Mm,
acidic vomit. You have to get sick to use it.
nah, I got one.
Huh?
You can figure out any detail of information about anything, or all of its information, but you forget it after 2 seconds.
You can be invisible, but only if nobody's looking at you.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a really good one.
The
It
sneak
sucks.
100, and then not sneak 100.
Sneak
I think-
100.
Could
I
we
dropped my boot. My ring fell off.
could we count let's say from the My
You roll
Hero
a natural
verse?
one every time, bro.
Could we
Wait, what was that?
could we count things from the My Hero Academia verse quirks as superpowers? Because I feel like they
mean,
would be.
anything you want to.
Yeah,
count as a
because
superpower.
let's say one. Is it one for all? Or is it all for one? I think it's one for all. I'm stupid. I always forget. But
All for one is the one that takes powers. And then
okay,
one
yeah,
for all
no, that's the
gives.
bad one. That's not the one I'm talking about. The one for all. Let's say you're the person who first got it. You don't even know you got it. You go to punch something because you're mad. You break your arm. There's no advanced healing, nothing like that. You're the only person in the world with superpowers. You just broke your arm, completely shattered it. How are you? That's gonna take ages to heal. You're gonna need metal plates in your arm. You go to you stub your toe on something. You break your whole leg because you just used 100% of one for all on your leg because you just stubbed your toe. You broke your whole leg.
Okay, but it also wouldn't count as the worst superpower because after a while
No.
you get used to it. and
Yeah,
it's just
no.
extra
After a while you get used to it, but still, if you were the
Wait,
first
so if
person
you
ever,
inflict crazy damage, you just
Yeah.
No, I mean, you do inflict
Incredible
crazy.
recoil until you figure out how to use it.
One Punch
Yeah.
Man, but also everything breaks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh.
Punch.
No. I know a really good topic to end it off on. The very heated anime debate. One Punch Man v Goku. Who wins?
I
'Cause
haven't watched Dragon Ball, so I can't.
I-
have no opinion.
Anime.
can't make a
I
firm
would
opinion.
say, but I'd still say Goku any day of the week. He has way better feats and way better, just like everything than One Punch Man. Because One Punch Man's greatest feat right now is that he
Yeah,
tanked.
but like One Punch Man, like his name is like One Punch Man, so like
Yeah, no, it's not a valid argument.
he one
But,
punches. He one punches
his
that
his
man,
greatest
and
feat,
then
his
that
greatest
man
f-
gets punched once.
um, his One Punch Man's greatest feat right now is that if you don't want manga spoilers to One Punch Man, click off now.
I don't care.
And everyone who clicks off
I
now,
don't care.
see ya later. But One Punch Man, his greatest feat so far in everything like manga wise as well is he tanked a attack that's as strong as the sun, like star level, right? But tanked it, which means it's not his maximum durability, but you gotta take into consideration that Goku shook a void in which you can't fly. That no amount of power, not even the person who was going up against power, shook it. He was the only one who was able to do it ever, because it's just complete nothingness. So
That's not power. That's just anime
is power.
sadness because it makes no sense. Explain to me how
it makes
you shake
more
nothing.
sense. No, it makes more sense if you get into like the power scaling and stuff. It's just I'm not very good at power scaling, so I just go with the facts that I know. But
It's
yeah,
like, that's the
You
same
get
thing as
facts
being like,
wrong.
this person is the smartest person in the world because they were able to figure out exactly how many beans are in this can.
without
because-
looking.
Without looking, they just smelled, and then they're just like, ah, yes, I
Gotta
can
use the
smell.
superpower.
Yeah, that's the worst superpower. All right, yeah. All right, well, I think that concludes our night, or our podcast for today. Very first episode. It was very fun, I will admit.
In the world, I can smell how many beans are.
But yeah, it was very fun. It was a new experience. Your guys' thoughts on the podcast?
I had fun. I'd like to do this more often, but I'm not sure if we should do like a schedule or if we should just do it.
I think we should
Daily,
just.
but
I think
that's
we should
crazy.
just do it whenever we feel like it, cause
Yeah.
well, yeah. No one's gonna.
Anybody's gonna be waiting on it.
No, like all 29 subscribers that I think 95% of them don't even watch anymore. Yeah, but still, don't let
And the
those
other percent are actually just you.
Yeah, no, but
Actually, all.
don't let those numbers don't let those numbers make your pride go down at all.
My
Yeah.
pride isn't going down. Your pride is going down.
That's not, because in the day I get to, at the end of the day I get to make content for people, and if they watch it, they watch it. That's all that I care about. But yeah,
How long have we been streaming? Like how long?
let me check. An hour?
How long
Yeah.
was-
Hour 18.
Wait, when
31.
when was this group chat made? What time was this group chat made? Because that's really what I care about.
Hours ago.
It was made 11:09.
It is now
Was it really?
3:01 in the
11
morning.
o'clock.
Hours.
That's
Dang.
55 or 60.
It
I'd
is
say
it is 11 in the
Yeah, me
morning.
too.
Really?
Is that
Is this
one
what you
thing?
guys have been doing? Is this what you guys have been doing in the? That's okay. Lol. Vroom vroom. El bozo. Imagine anime nerds,
It's a lie.
losers,
You don't see
emirate.
anything. You don't see anything.
Lol. For real. He
You don't-
doesn't care. All right.
Getting
Yeah.
removed,
I
getting
I don't. don't remove me. If you remove me, I won't be in the call. Okay, well, I guess I'm no longer in the call. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to very first episode of Crunchcast. They probably are saying their goodbyes on their own, but yeah. Alright, well, thank you guys for tuning in, and yeah, see you guys later.